Good morning, good morning. So I've got to go in today to work. So don't know if anybody else does this whole like hybrid, some days in, some days not, but today's an in day. So I'm just gonna do a really quick, easy makeup that just gives you a bit of confidence with your 40-year-old skin without feeling like you caked in it. I don't know about you, but in my 20s, I was all about the full coverage. I was all about the matte. I was all the things all the time. But in my 40s, I prefer that natural, healthy look that sort of just looks like your own skin, but a bit better. Don't know about anybody else, but that's the vibe. And how is everybody coping with the first week of the summer holidays? Ours has not been too bad actually so far. I'm just throwing everything all over the floor today. Ours has not been too bad so far. Oh, I've run out of primer and my new one's not come yet. Oh, what can I do instead? Shall we put a bit of setting spray underneath my makeup? Like, there we go. That might help. I love my primer. Primer basically is that one thing that stops your makeup sinking into your pores, stops it clinging, all of the things. But I'm just going to have to go with what I've got today, which is CC cream. So I've put a little bit of setting spray underneath, which should help with that. And then we'll put some more over the top when we're done. But I'm going to go with the CC cream. If you have sort of got into your 40s and suddenly feel like makeup doesn't suit you anymore, it might just be because you need to change it. Like your skin changes, so the products that you're using need to change. Like I just thought for a while I don't suit foundation anymore, but actually it's just that my skin wasn't liking that full block. So I now go with CC cream. It's got SPF 25, it's like a medium coverage, and it gives you this nice healthy, it's enough coverage to cover the red, so you can see I've got a little bit of red there. It's plenty to cover redness and blemishes, but not so much that it feels like you're caked on. And I just use a nice flat-ended brush so it doesn't take ages to blend out either. We just sort of dab it out. And you get this nice healthy glow. I'm like in the medium shade at the moment because you've got that bit of colour for summer. Now, if you do want a little bit of a lighter tone, you can just get the lighter one and put that under your eye. Or have I got a little bit of concealer here? Same thing with your concealer. If you in your 40s have just sort of felt like I can't wear concealer, it might just be because you're putting too much on. Like we see all these videos, don't we, on TikTok and YouTube where people are drawing like a big massive V under their eye, when really all you need is a little dab in the corner. Like in your 40s, what I think, like the main thing I've learned from your skin getting that little bit older is that less is more. So rather than caking loads of concealer on, just put little bits on and dab it out. And you get a much brighter, healthier look than when you put too much concealer under your eyes. Because if you put a lot, like if you copy that big V that you see people doing on TikTok and YouTube and you're in your 40s, you know for a fact you're going to look in the mirror in a couple of hours and you're going to have loads of makeup sitting in your frown lines. Like, we've just got to accept that in your 40s, less is more, and it'll just look brighter, it'll look lifted, and nothing will sit in your frown lines. Just a little bit around the nose, because I've got a few little thread veins, which are lovely. There we go. And then the way I lift it a little bit, because like if you put your CC cream on or your foundation and you're just like, oh, look a bit boring, I lift it dead easily with just 2 cream sticks. So I use the bronzer stick, and it's like just draw it on, cheekbone, cheekbone, undo jawline, and then if you want to make your lips look a little bit fuller, just put a little bit underneath your lip, because that bit of shadow just gives your lip, look at that tiny illusion of shadow underneath, makes your lip look fuller and plumper. And then I just add a teeny tiny bit of blush here that I'm going to blend up and out, and then the highlighter stick. So this is exactly the same as the bronzer stick, but the highlight, I'm going to go just higher up here, and you can put some, same thing as the bottom of your lip, but highlight on the top lifts your lip outwards, which again makes it look fuller and plumper. So if you don't want to go down the filler route, like there's some little hacks that you can do with your makeup that are just going to give you that illusion of fuller lips without injections. There we go, nice and fresh. Blend that bronzer out. And then the blush, I just dab up, because we're lifting in the 40s, girls. Blend upwards. And then the only one you're going to go down with is the one that you've put under your jawline. That just gives you that little bit of definition. That bit of shadow will hide any additional chinage that we might have. And that is it for the base. So I am going to just fill the brows in a little bit, because I feel like they're going a little bit blonde. But do you know what? The best thing I ever done was the microblading, because even when it fades, you've got the shape. So you kind of, if you're anything like me, and that would be my nightmare every single morning, trying to draw an eyebrow. Like the amount of times I used to be getting ready, I'd draw an eyebrow, draw the other one. They were so far different that they didn't even look like they were related, and I'd have to do it again. And oh my god, that's so stressful in the morning, and to like filling your eyebrow, redoing it again. But once you've got the shape, it's so easy, because it's just like you're following that line much easier. Best thing I ever did. So even though I have to fill it in, it's just like colouring in. It's colouring in instead of trying to get the match right, because that bit's already done. Still takes me a little bit of concentration, like, but it's crazy how your eyebrows really do frame your face and give you that bit more of a youthful look. You know, like I feel like without eyebrows, it just adds a little bit of age to you. Hey Lisa, good morning. Oh, thank you. Quick one this morning because I'm in work. So I always try and look alive a little bit, you know. Sometimes I'm sat in my front room all day looking homeless, and then my luck, someone rings me on Teams and it's like camera on, and I'm like, geez, give me a bit of warning. So yeah, I try and do like a little bit of makeup in the morning just so I don't get caught out. So brows filled in, and then all I'm going to do to add to that is 2 little things. And one is full blast mascara, 1 step, only takes a couple of minutes. And these liquid oil, basically it's a lip oil tint with a nice pop of colour. They've got like 6 different colours in these, but it's an oil, so it's not like, it's weird, look, it looks like a lipstick. It's got like a little button so you can move it up, but it's lip oil in a stick format. Like, I don't know who came up with this, but it's amazing because it doesn't feel sticky like a gloss. It literally feels like you've just glided on an oil that's not sticky. It's just really, really impressed with that. But let's do the lashes first. So if you've got really blonde and really tiny eyelashes, I always feel like that ages you a little bit because it makes you look tired even when you're not. So I always put a little bit of something on my lashes, and Full Blast is my favourite for just giving you that like depth, bit of like of a fuller lash and a little bit of length, and it's only one step, so you're not faffing about sealing anything in. It's a tubing mascara, so the sciencey bit is it wraps a tube around each individual lash. Don't ask me how it does it. It's like some lash magic going on. But basically, the easiest way I found to do it is to just make sure your lashes are really clean, and then just hold it in front. So you're holding the wand in front, and then you're just blinking. So as you blink, it just pulls through your lash. And you get it on really even, and it separates your lashes out. You know, like, you don't need to be brushing something on. Just hold it in front and let your lash do the work. And as long as your lashes are super clean, because sometimes we get residue left on, don't we, from the day before and don't realise, and then you can just go back over. Just make sure you get into the corners. And there you go. You can come back and do a second coat, but I usually just leave that to settle. Come and do the other one. Hold it in front and blink. Now, if you get a new tube, I would recommend taking the excess off the end so you don't get too much product on all in one go. But hold it in front and blink. Got the edges. Now, from my lashes being so small, hey Janice, mine are really blonde and really tiny. So this, for me, it just, look how much more awake I look. And it's not faffy, you know what I mean? If you want to go back and level it up, I tend to just go halfway down the lash with the second coat. So I'm not going right to the base. I'm just going halfway down and like another little blink. And that just sort of builds on that first coat. Look at that. Halfway down, same thing. Just blink, let your lash do the work. Let it cut, let it pull through your wand. They're much more separated out when you do that. I can't even remember who told me that, but let your lashes do the work, because they'll pull through that wand and you'll get a nice separated out lash. But from absolutely zero lash to that, without like the risk of sounding like a cheesy influencer, I'm obsessed! I challenge anyone to put that on and just be like, yeah, this is my new mascara. You'll be like, what? Anyway, right, let's pop a little bit of lip oil on. And because I've got black on, I don't always go with a brighter colour, but when I've got like something like black, I feel like it's not too much. These feel like velvet, is the only way I can describe it. They're so, it's not even creamy because it's an oil. It's such a nice feeling on your lips and not sticky one bit. That's what puts me off a lot of lip glosses and oils and things like that, but I do love a glossy lip compared to, I used to like matte, but again, as I'm getting a little bit older, matte seems to show the lines. So I do prefer a gloss. So lip oil for me is a winner. I love it. Right, girlies, thank you for joining me while I throw some slap on in 5 minutes for work. Have a flipping amazing day. If you see anything, if you're watching on the replay, do me a massive favour. give me a little like and a follow. That would help me massively. And if there is anything that you've seen me try today that you want to know about, just pop me a message or comment underneath the video and I will message you. But have an amazing day and I'll see you soon. Love you.